everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Giants are #1 in pass TDs, and they go up against the Rams defense that will try to keep them out of the end zone. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They, too, come in off the bye, so we should have two teams that are eager to get back at it.
And players are creatures of habit. You can bet they enjoyed the time off, but you know they're also ready to get right back into the swing of things.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one taken from the 7th. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Got some real estate inside the 30. And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
In motion, the tight end. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. The touchdown giving him the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Last year's #1 overall pick. Here he comes. He'll be leading them and looking for an improvement in year 2, Jared Goff.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
He's going to loft one. Deep left side. They've got his man complete. It's a big conversion there for the Rams on 3rd. 47 yards.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. From the red zone now, Goff. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. B.J. Goodson coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. It's a close game here early on. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And he's got his target. It's Austin for the Rams touchdown. Tavon Austin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, They use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Reminder later tonight, a good one down in Miami. It'll be the Raiders and the Dolphins. A lot of playoff history between those two in the 70s.
Yeah, there sure is.
And then tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 9, the unofficial halfway point of the season with the Lions and Packers from Lambeau. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run with.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But, listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'd always punt the football myself.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, right? The opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Again here on first down. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. They run. It's Gurley. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
On second down, here's Goff. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The first half update now from Philadelphia. The Broncos have taken the early lead. Trevor Siemian with 1 touchdown pass thus far. Now Goff on third and goal. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. B.J. Goodson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. A reminder coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of. And Zerline's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? #1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. #2 goal is win your division. #3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Goff on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. This is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Shane Vereen now gearing up to help lead this offense back out there. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. He'll look to throw. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break, as we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Giants haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Rams will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10. The catch will be made in double coverage, and this play will go for 6. Giants take the early lead. 3rd down from the 22. The deep ball is on target here, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 32-yard line. Continuing on the drive, Goff's on point with the throw, and ends up working for a touchdown, as that evens the score at 7-7. 1st and 10. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Ogletree's the one who makes the pick to give a boost to his defense. After the INT, offense comes out now. It's Jared Goff looking for Robert Woods. And it's going to be caught for the touchdown, pushing the lead to 10. Giants have it late in the first half. The pass is completed into tight coverage, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to their own 46-yard line. So that's a wrap for us. We'll head back now to MetLife Stadium for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep here for Watkins. Intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. Oh, he sheds himself free. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down at the 15-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get nothing out of that one. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to fourth down.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Looking to throw. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Shane Vereen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Here's Goff now on second down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jonathan Casillas in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. 3rd and long. It's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
All right, partner, the risk of piling on. Whenever Jared Goff fumbles the football, the first thing people are going to flash back on is leading up to the draft, the size of his hands. They're right on the borderline about what teams want in the size for a quarterback.
Well, you were knee-deep in all of that draft stuff when he was going through it. That was much talked about, you said.
It certainly was. I didn't think it was as big a deal as people made it out to be. To me, it's much more of a concentration thing, making sure that you're aware of it, take care of the ball a little bit better. I don't care what the size of your hands are. A lot of guys could use some work on covering the football, not letting the defense get to it.
Steps away to his left. Couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Eli, not something you see a lot, sporting the wheels and picking up the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Shane Vereen with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And Brady, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Goff. And this one is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they do finally get him at the 12. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 53 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
The play clock's running down. They're going to look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the 1st. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal from the 1 as they look to punch it in. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to pull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Shane Vereen with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it. Yes, so the knee.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the gun on third down, Goff. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
No, check. Patriot. Now let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. And his throw is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Rams on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Goff. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Here we go now.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 4th down, off goes Manning, and on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrich Rosas, for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now if they stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. And they'll get up and spike it right at 40 seconds to go. The Rams on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. Goff now looks to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it'll be a Los Angeles first down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Again, Goff. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On first down, it's gone. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the fourth quarter now. And it was the Titans who were able to take home the victory there. Marcus Mariota, he was the story there with 4 touchdown passes. Down the numbers. There he goes. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Giants, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.